Welcome on in, everyone. Sorry for such a later delay. I was trying to make sure I fixed a few things beforehand. It took a little longer than I normally would. Um, Let me click that. The VC is open to fellow content creators that have my Discord and are in here and have the little status. So if you want to pop in, you are absolutely free to do so. So I kind of was taking inspiration from a friend that suggested this to me. I'm gonna merge these layers together. Delete that one. But they had suggested that I take the dice, roll them on the mat, and then depending on each dice, you would make them something like a big importance. So I thought about doing that. But I don't know, it doesn't quite line up with the world, as you can see. So, and as I'm checking this, I'm checking my little Spirit City lo-fi thing to make sure I can get my little spirits. So, but yeah. I ended up working more on, like, it wasn't much left, and I didn't have much time in between stuff that was going on. But I finished up this island, this island, and then this island. Get back on a blue. So, I was kind of looking at inspo to kind of get a gauge of terrains and such. Where did I put those images? So if I put this down there. Welcome in, Neri. Welcome. How are you? I'm good. I had miso soup today. It was kind of one of those days. If I can find where I put the map stuff. How are you, Neri? How was your day? The weekend's coming to an end. Monday is right around the corner. Devastating. Okay, let me make a folder so I can. Let's put these in. I think just those. Just vibing over here, working on Bay combos out of spite. The Beyblades. I mean, that's fair. So, with this map design, it's kind of Studio Ghibli and inspired because of Princess. I was gonna say Princess and Mononoke. No, it's Nausicaa Valley of the Wind with the fungal spread of the disease. There was a dude on YouTube who just had a man baby crash out about the new releases, and I'm making them good to anger that man baby. Ooh, I like that idea. The map, yeah. I know technically Dungeons and Dragons did make a Studio Ghibli theme one that came out recently, but I feel like it's lacking, at least from all the stuff that I've seen for it. So, as an artist, I can make my own little world and put it together. And as of right now, it's very flat. So, it might have more Studio Ghibli stuff. It's the Wizards of the Coast. They lack a lot. Yeah, there's some stuff going on in the community with that I'm not, as someone who's not like technically officially a DM, nor really like understanding what is going on. So I feel like I can't necessarily partake in it of the conversation, but our DM's gonna keep us like in the loop of what's going on, because it's looking a little bleak, is how he put it. Let me switch it to this screen. So, if you've seen, Castle in the Sky, I loved Castle in the Sky. So I really, really want to get a Castle in the Sky in the map. As someone who doesn't really play the tabletop games, it makes me just want to learn others. My TikTok is like a DM TikTok half the time. Ooh, I have not. I should add that to my list of movies to watch. Love it. I can't remember if I saw My Neighbor Totoro first or Castle in the Sky. When I saw both of those films, I was small, so I can't really like remember which one I saw first. Like, you know, it's like a fuzzy blur, but I remember them vividly. Like the coloring, the art style. When I first saw Castle in the Sky, and then when the events followed with it, chef's kiss. If I could, I would kiss Miyazaki straight on the forehead, because the man deserves all the love. Even though he's old enough to be my grandpa, but, you know, still give him the forehead kisses. I actually didn't watch Studio Ghibli all the way until, or a movie all the way until recently. My bestie was offended that I hadn't watched it. I did the same thing with Del Papa. Like, when we were dating, I was like, he was talking about like favorite films, and of course, you know, he's got like, oh, I really liked like something. Oh, he was really big in Naruto, and I was like, he's like, I love the animation from Naruto, and I was like, oh, I love the stuff from Studio Ghibli. He's like, I have never heard of that, and I was like, excuse me, you watched like one of the biggest animes right now, and you are telling me you've never seen a Studio Ghibli? The very next day, I went out and I bought another Studio Ghibli film, one I haven't seen, so I can't spoil it, you know, or get like the puppy eye, like watching him the entire time. But we watched Ponyo, and there's a scene where Ponyo just screams, "I love him! I love Sasuke!" and just like chows on this bowl of ramen, and like he still quotes it. It is like the best like core memory. He enjoyed it that much. If he starts quoting the film, he loved it so much. It shook his core. So, yeah, I would too also sit you down and make you watch a film. You would have no choice. Be like, you're coming over for dinner, right? And be like, yeah. Oh, I didn't tell you dinner was a movie night, but here you go. Sit down, get cozy. So, and with the world map, I really want to shrink this so we can still see the map. I don't know where to quite put the big castle in the sky. I feel like right down here would be probably the best sauce for, like, because it's like literally depleted little islands. I want it above a body of water, because Castle in the Sky was above a body of water. I don't think I would draw this to say. But I think I like the idea of like people living in the trees. So there might be like a dense like jungle tree area. This was the other idea that I found. Again, all these images are from Pinterest, so. But to give an idea. Also, I love Legend of Zelda, so the thought of like the Deco tree, long being gone, but still useful in some way is a nice idea. Some great tree of some way. Oh yeah, that's sick. The Deco tree, yeah. And I was just kind of like looking up some like landscape stuff, and then I saw this like leaf umbrella, and I was like, yeah. And then here's another image of the like a large tree stump. I love watching people world build. Is it for the fact that like watching their creativity like build the world, or like them whipping up the sauce? Because I'm kind of doing both. I think that's all the images. Oh, hold on. No. And then this was more of a dungeon checklist, but I don't think I'm there yet, but I saved it. And then there was this little chart that I saw. I thought I would snag it while I think about it. If we get that far. And then this one, I'm going to use it more as an inspiration, because on my other map that I kind of started working on, wherever I hucked it, did I put it in here? No. No. I don't know where I put it. I move stuff around too often. I really should not be doing that. Oh, it's in here. There it is. Helps me with my own world building. People ranting about their worlds bring me joy, and it's a fun process to watch happen. Like my OC world is just our own world, but with magic, because I like exploring urban fantasy a lot. Oh yeah. Urban fantasy is like nice. There's nothing wrong with this map. Let me put it over here. Other than I feel the coloring is probably way off. There we go. That's not. But like, I think I have a good general idea to put the. I think this is a nice like starter world thing, because this is for another sort of project that I was doing. Especially like the ideas of how how would the world react to magic being a reality? How would this change our daily life in the short and long term? You know, that is true. I'm watching everybody be playing game. Sag. I also made this one so like in the corners or sides there's like a I could branch off of this if I wanted to. So there is a possibility for that in this map. Whereas this one is gonna be more of like, this is the world, there's nothing else beyond. It's like, I was looking at a globe when I was putting this together too. So let me put this down and put this back on this screen. But it's like, if it was a actual like the global map of like Earth, like this is what it would look like. always a good idea to plan for extras. Yes. This one's not going to be an extra. It's going to be very much a... I have thought about where if teleportation was a thing between worlds, it would probably be between this and the other world map that I have, but I haven't thought that far. Let me duplicate this so it's a little bit darker. I don't know how I would indicate, like, drawing a floating city right here. That is, like, way more purple than blue. There we go. But we'll draw this on its own layer. But again, this world is gonna be very, like, Studio Ghibli inspired. Oh, I did not do that on its own layer. Well, let me just kind of fix it. Gonna just mark this floating castle. Not that I would forget, but I may forget. But back to the whole dice thing underneath. I wasn't quite sure where I would put, like, the main buildings or towns. That makes sense. So a friend suggested that I pull out some dice, roll them, and then take that image and put it on this, and then go from there. Just like a nice thought. But the problem is now, got like these, well, like especially like this one here, where it's like not even on a freaking like piece of land that I would have to like remove. But like this one, it's like I could make it so that it's technically a city amongst like these 3 islands. Like obviously this will be the main island. Kind of like, I want to say Hawaii, because it's got all those like little islands and obviously people live on each different one. But like this one here. So basically, I think the consensus is the ones that are physically on some kind of land will be something. So I'm going to mark it probably with a like a darker blue. And when I'm going to like color in where it kind of like touches. And there was a point to make like each dice like a different like kind of city or something. But I don't think I'm going to do that necessarily. definitely scribble this all in. We'll just color in this one. I'm not gonna color in the other one, because I just want one castle in the sky. Maybe. But I will definitely consider it like a small town underneath. Actually, why don't I did that one all wrong. Hold on. No. Yeah, I did. There we go. I started adding like little holes in the islands. And congrats, Neri, with redeeming first. No, wait. No, I did it on the wrong side. I was thinking I was over here. So I was on the right side. Very misleading. So many spots to shade out. Back up here. There we go. Yes. Gotta take care of my... Oh, I gotta take care of my streamer. By the way, love the Spirit City footage. Your window is so cute. Thank you. I thought it would be a good addition to put right there. Because then you can see... I did check to see if the music in the game was, like, safe for me to use. And apparently everybody says it is. I haven't uploaded a video yet, so until then, I won't know if it gets flagged in YouTube. But it says it's copyright free, or like safe for use. I'm pretty sure they made it for streamers as they use it, or use it as a starting suit. Yeah. Give me some agua and get out of shrimp position. But even though the shrimp feels very nice on my back. That's how I heard about it. I got it because someone suggested it to me because I listen to a lot of lo-fi. And then yeah, from there I kind of just eventually started using it. I had noticed that some of my stuff was getting like not flagged on YouTube, but it would be like random stuff, and I was just like, it's so hard to find a playlist that's safe now. And just an ad warning, it starts in like 30 seconds. So I felt compelled to find something that would work. But there's a certain song in Hollow Knight, the menu theme. If you play it like sit on the menu screen long enough, and then you upload that to YouTube, it will get flagged. And I was like, oh, quite sad, because I'm just playing the game. If you enjoy rap, a good artist is I'm gonna say his thing wrong, and I also listened to him. I didn't know he's Nefex. There we go. Not Netflix. Nefex. He makes all of his music free use to streamers and videos. I use his stuff a lot. Don't worry, I don't know how to say it either. I think the first time I said it, I said Netflix, and my fiance actually introduced me to his music, and he was like, "No, it's Nefex, Nef, without a T and without an L," which makes it like for me, who's dyslexic, and I was like, "This hurts my brain because I know it's not." It's like you're not pronouncing any consonants but the N and the X, and it hurts. I did too. I found it because of fucking Nightcore, of course. Nightcore will always have a string hold on us. So I got the spots colored in. So we will actually turn that off. I think what I'm gonna do is these are gonna be like major cities, but like this is where they basically control, like it's their land via lord or king of that area. King or queen, whichever works. Ah, damn, the ad got me. I don't want to watch The Last of Us show. HBO don't even like the game. Oh. I like the game. I don't know. I don't want to like critique it because I haven't watched it. But I don't know. Anytime that I've watched, like, video game... Well, when's the last time I watched a video game show? I can't remember. Oh my god. It's been so long. I think the last time I honestly watched, like, a game having movies was for Halo Legends. And Halo Legends has, it's like different animations, different, like, bits and stories put into, like, a film. And I think that was beautifully done. Honestly, love their vision of the virus. I just don't enjoy games that predatory stealth. You know, I feel that. Honestly, Halo Legends went hard. It did. It went so hard that, like, if I remember correctly, there was, because a lot of it wasn't canon in the lore as the Halo seas were growing, but I think after that film, some bits and pieces became canon. And I love that. I love the chef's kiss. Let's see. Do I got a new buddy? I did! In the meantime, I got the little snow fox. Oh my god, I love it. Honestly, the best live action adaptation for a game right now is honestly Sonic. Let's go, tiny dude. I know, it's Twin Tail. Now I just want to say, the hours I have on this game is not very many. I just hit 24 hours, just over 24 hours. I have 27.4 hours from picking up this game. And for anime, it's One Piece. As someone who watches a good amount of live action anime or horror, it's just so bad. Yeah, I think the people that, I hate to say this, the people that don't play video games and then they want to go make live action versions of the shows of these animes or video games, they gotta know the sauce. They have to be required to know the sauce. If they can't get into the sauce, then they can't be making the sauce. It's like you wouldn't want little Timmy, who's 5, making spaghetti sauce that your grandmother has made for like 20 years. Yeah, those people anger me. Watch the source material, read the source material, play the source material. Yeah, you don't want little Timmy making the sauce out of what he would think is using shampoo from your bathroom and mixing lotions and body wash together and thinking that's spaghetti sauce. While your grandma's been making sauce straight from tomatoes and onions and whatever. I mean, per grandma with whatever sauce. But obviously grandma's not making it with like a bath bomb and shampoo bottles. And thank you, Yuri, for contributing to the farming game tier list challenge. We are at just shy of 25%. Just shy. Gotta get that tier list eventually. Eventually, yes. So people can hear my rambles and actually hear me be very mad about some of the games that I have thought about putting on there. Quite anger-inducing. Okay, actually, I want to make this a little less opaque. Bring this back to the nice blue. I need people to let me make rank MMOs. I am objectively correct. They're all fucking sucking in their own way, but any game with taxes and limited housing is shit. What does MMOs stand for? Because New World, Final Fantasy 14, massive multiplayer online. So like, I would like to say like Minecraft's an MMO or Pal Worlds. Because both are technically multiplayer. Well, they are. I mean, the origins of the genre. The origins of the genre that are always online. Like WoW and RuneScape. I've never played either of those. My fiance plays the shit out of RuneScape, though. Dove right in. You know what? Hold on. Let me ask him. Let me ask via the source how many hours he has in RuneScape. I do want to say, don't That's evil. Well, he was playing RuneScape before we were together. I need to specify that. But I'm feeling a bit chaotic. I had D&D today, and we almost died to an unknown god. Well, before our world's knowledge. You clock MMO hours in years. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what he's got. I'm in playing WoW for a decade. I can't calculate the hours. Damn. I don't know if he saw my message. Or he's just ignoring it. So many characters played on, so many deleted, lost to time. True. Well, until then, I have to wait for the response. Oh, we should probably set the spirit city for the next little guy. Cook quickly in a pan. When you hear the sizzling, it's almost done. Perfect late night snack. Pairs well with boba tea. Okay, so I need to get my this little guy. Go back. I'm gonna turn off all the sounds. Okay. And then we are going to change the activity to the kitchen. Gonna eat. Maybe read. It's a late night. But the late... Hold on. Perfect as a late night snack. So eating or not eating. Though MMOs, they can be widely different genres and still be an MMO. That's fair. So I think the activity I need to be doing is eating. Yeah. And then I need to turn on the sizzling. We'll put on the... What is... Maybe simmering. No. Like WoW and RuneScape have very different types of gameplay, but effectively serve as a part of the big three MMOs. Personally, we set those to be WoW, RuneScape, and Final Fantasy XIV right now. I'm just yapping. That's fine. There is nothing wrong with just yapping. I have yet to get a response from him. When I need... Would I need to be here sipping? No. I think in the kitchen. Did I click the wrong sound? It's very possible. I did. There we go. Rip. I mean, I could go up to him and ask, but that would require me physically getting out of my chair, and getting out of my chair has been known to be very much like a sim cancellation fee. Like, you know how like in Sims you can cancel out their action? It's very much like every time I get out of my chair, it's like that. So it's like, if I am going to be here, I need to stay here. So I remember the task. Real, it is. It's like terrifying. There was a reference that I had. Close these. Pull up the great old Pinterest. I think I saved it on here. Map making. So one suggested to add like short like jagged like lines. I think I need to clean up the lines. First and foremost. Because I was getting confused earlier with coloring and stuff, so... This back in. You know, I just realized he might be playing that game with all of them, so that's probably why he didn't answer. As I check, I will answer that in a few. Thank you, Del Papa. Already thinking the same sentence as me. It's a perfect thought process. Okay, we're just gonna... Yeah, we're just gonna... Boop. No, I really would really want like a breakfast burrito right now. That is such an unfortunate desire to want one. And like the breakfast burrito I want is from like this like mom and pop restaurant. They used to be open like late hours, but unfortunately, they don't do those hours anymore, and it's kind of sad, but reasonable. The times have changed. There's no 24-hour stores near me anymore. I don't know if it's the same for everyone else, but... It's a breakfast burrito time somewhere in the world. You know, that's fair. Nah, same for me. When it's open late, all that's open late is a Jack in the Box. Where I live, we don't have those, so I've never experienced a Jack in the Box. But like the burrito, the breakfast burrito is called, they call it a sunrise, no, that's a tropical smoothie drink. Sunrise sunset. It's called like a sunrise southern something. And I get it every time that I go there. Like I straight up like, it could be like 2 in the afternoon and they're like technically got deals going on for like lunch and stuff. I'll be like, nah, I want that breakfast burrito. I don't want anything else. I just want the breakfast burrito. One of these days I'm gonna go in and they'll be like, we don't serve breakfast anymore. And I think I would riot. I've never rioted before, but that would be the day. That would be it. The final straw. The world's taken too much from me. You can't take away the burrito. If you take away the burrito, I think you have to at least tell me how to cook it. So I can make it when I get home. Have it on demand. Biscuits Unleashed. It would be. It really would be. There's only been probably 2 incidents in my life that I've pulled full Karen. And well, the first one I was not proud of. But it had to be done. Just for the well-being of someone. And the second time, I was a manager, and this customer was demanding that we open our store for him so that he could pick up the part for him. And it was like, our hours were past that, and I was like, nah, man. And then he started yelling at me on the phone, and I straight up just like hung up on him. Best girl boss moment ever. Highlight of my day. But yeah, I think that would be the third summoning of me becoming a Karen. Excuse me, phone. Why are you buzzing? Unacceptable at this hour. Especially at like 10 at night. Oh, there's somebody replying to a group chat. At 10 o'clock at night. Which is odd. Because I know a lot of, like, not old people, but, like, we act like old people. Gotta be in bed before, like, 8. Or we're cranky. That's mostly me. Which I'm not cranky today. I got to sleep in. I was gonna actually stream really early this morning as well, but sleep. My sleep demons said nah. Honestly, went to bed as early as fuck last night. I did not do that. We hung out with some friends last night. And we were there until like midnight. We have like a 30-minute drive to get home. And of course, both Del Papa and I drove separately, so we both have to drive. And I know Del Papa doesn't like driving at night because his vision, so it's like I couldn't be a speed demon and drive all the way home. Not that he couldn't make it home, but in case of, you know, something. The only problem that he has with like driving at night is like the people with their like freaking son of a headlights with lighting, which I don't blame him. I also don't like it. But I also drive a Jeep, and I'm resentful towards those who like to blind people, so I turn on my fog lights plus my brights. So now they're double equally as blinded. And then they try to flash me to take my lights off, and I won't. I took this weekend off. I was just a bit eepy. I mean, fair. When you're tired, you're tired. You just gotta get all that rest. Especially if your work allows it, you know. I mean, most places I worked where you get time off, it has to be like within 2 weeks. A 2-week notice prior. Or request. Which I've never understood, because it's just like, I won't be here that day. And you have to get permission from your job. Basically being your parent to tell you yes or no if you can go to do said thing. Which makes no sense. Make it make sense. As I ramble on. No, from streaming. I lost my job like 2 months ago. Well, I'm sorry about that. And I mean, it's fair for the whole streaming thing. I mean, I get it. I mean, there's times where I don't want to stream, and then I look back of like, oh, I felt really ambitious this week. Well, not this week, like last week. And then just like different events kept happening, and like Tuesday I took off stream kind of last second because of we had maintenance people coming through that we didn't know about. They were coming in doing a maintenance check for like filter or like air filters and such, and they didn't really like tell us in a proper notice, and I was not thrilled about it. But hopefully you find something like another job that works reasonably with you. I've had like a few opportunities arise, but when, how do I put it, like, it's like knowing when someone is not a good person, but like they haven't done anything wrong yet, but you just get that like sixth sense feeling like this person's like bad. That's kind of how I feel with said opportunities that had arisen, and I was just like, yeah, no. Like, you're sketchy, but I don't know how sketchy. I also just want to not have a job where it sucks the living soul out of me. Or asks me to do manager stuff, but not pay me the manager wage. How is the map? It's good. I got this far. I did, like, I rolled some dice to kind of indicate where, like, major things would be. I haven't quite figured out if they're gonna be, like, cities or whatnot. So I colored them in, so I have, like, a border of where they are. And I'm just kind of cleaning up all the scribbles, so I have an idea where the lines are more at before I start actually adding in lines. They can be Applebee's. We're gonna have, like, a tavern design. It would be like a Studio Ghibli crossover with D&D with a crossover of, like, Applebee's. You know what? That would be funny. I would do that. They're like, each major city, it's like Waffle House being, like, the major staple for, like, certain cities. And if, like, bad weather is coming, like, and if whether or not they're open or not would determine how bad the life event is going on. Yeah, that would be... Applebee's would be an equivalent. We would still call it Applebee's, though. We could call it Apple Knees. God, I want Applebee's. I was just talking about breakfast food and went on a tangent. Come back and fix that in a second. I think after this, I'm gonna make a breakfast burrito. I don't have potatoes, so that's kind of sad, but I do have sausage. I do have eggs, even though how expensive they are. But I got eggs. That's a very important protein. And then I'll probably make sausage gravy to go on top of the burrito, the breakfast burrito. It's looking mighty nice now that it's getting cleaned up. I want to do this. Will you draw an I'm gonna butcher this word. Polymorphized version of your breakfast burrito. I mean, I could. I really need to do the one that I'm going to do for my wontons and whatnot. Oh, that food. I didn't make that today. It's kind of sad. I kind of started the prep for it. But I did make a very more chicken flavored miso soup. I didn't use all of the tofu for it, so I can make it again. So much art. Yeah, it's just really there's like a little bit of a grocery list going on. Stuff that I gotta do for art. It's also more of me remembering to charge my tablet and charge my stylus as well. If I don't charge those, I can't really do the art. I mean, it's not the end of the world that I can't do the art with, like, my fingertip while my stylus pen charges, but it's not the same. Up here and fix these lines. I finished another song today. A multi-chord progression songs have been a learning experience. Well, I'm glad you got another song done with the learning experience. Was it like a good learning experience or a bad? I mean, whether it's good or bad, still is an experience. Yeah, it was productive. I learned new techniques to tackle these things. Well, that's good. You got a new skill added to your skill tree. Oh, that. Scribble these out. Okay. So we're almost done cleaning up all the edges. My old tower, and ad starts in like 5 seconds. My old tower technique doesn't work super well for those, or for these. I need to arrange the song to know what I need to compose from the onset. Okay. Okay, now that the ad break is over, I'll probably repeat this message, but my older tower technique doesn't work super well for those, and I need to arrange a song to know what I need to compose from the next onset, which is good. You're learning skills. Scribble things away. Now I just really want a breakfast burrito. think what makes I feel like this map is better is because I'm using this pencil brush instead of my smooth brush that I was using on my other one. Which gives it that more authentic, like, pencil map making. Okay, now the lines are cleaned up. Finally. Sort of. So I look back and I see that I've missed a few spots. Many of spots. They're as cleaned up as I can get them for now. Let's see. Don't pop up. So, Neri, if you're still here, Del Papa did respond. For RuneScape, he has 2,546 hours, or, because he did the math, 1,106 days in RuneScape. see if I got the new spirit. I did. They're little, oh my god, they're so cute. Like, taco, hold on. Taco Trio? If I'm saying it anywhere closely right. Oh, and I leveled up. Let me get those. If you're working late, why not get takeout? Conveniently order from your computer. Sometimes it's okay to procrastinate. The spirit gets it. Well, that's not. Activity, probably at the computer. And then sounds. Let's see. And a little bit, probably make it the evening. Right? If you're working late, sometimes it's okay to procrastinate. The spirit gets it. So is there a spirit that I have that... I think I need to have the Voodoo do. Nope, wrong button. Here we go. There we go. Just casually chilling. There we go. Throw that down. Okay. So back to the Pinterest board. Pokemon in Platinum Payapu? Did I say that last part right? I am so sorry if I butchered it. It pronounced like how it looks. Oh no. That is even worse because I'm dyslexic. Oh no. Popu? Popu? Hold on. Power of Google. Please. Powpu. Pow. Try that. Powpu. Close? Yeah, okay. I'm gonna write that down. That is, I'm gonna forget about that. It's a fruit from Kingdom Hearts. Isn't the star fruit? No, I thought it was the star fruit. I feel like yeah, it looks like the star fruit. I I swear, I've only ever heard it. Maybe that part of the game just evaporated from my brain, but I've always heard it called starfruit. So that definitely threw off my brain. Also, real life starfruit is very nice. It's never been called fruit. Oh no. A starfruit? Yeah. Well, maybe that's... As much as I like Kingdom Hearts, I've never fully played them, so it really shows how much I actually picked up. And it's sad. It's okay to call me Platt or whatever you want. Well, what would you prefer? What is your preference? Go by Pow and Platt the most. Okay. Well, welcome on in, Plow. Pow. I'm saying Plow. Pow. With no L. No L. Combining the two words, and it's not great. So where did I put the reference? Where is it? There it is. I'm just hiding it. So I don't think I'm gonna do line art just yet for the map. I think I'm gonna add the rivers and the mountain lines. Obviously on its own separate layer. Well, Pal, how is your evening or day? It's 10:40 at night for me, so how is your day going? Good and the same. I should be asleep. Isn't that always the case for most of us? I should be eepin', but the brain will not be eepin'. Gotta get up at 3:30 for work, and yeah, Samina is a B. I feel that. That speaks to my bones. Not the bones. It always screams to the bones. There's a funny post that I saw, and it said, how to... It's something from a video game, but they were like, how did the bones know where I'm at all the time? And somebody said it's the bones inside you are trying to communicate with the other bones. And I think about that at least once a week. If our bones could, they would, like, give us a way. What's a skeleton's favorite snack? I want to say ribs, but that's more of a dinner. I think that's part of another joke, though. I think. Keyword. Spare ribs. Ah! I was close! I was not too far off. There being like tiny rivers and such in the smaller ones? Probably. Well, hopefully you can get cozy enough and fall asleep. Hopefully I don't cause too much chaos and excitement when things happen. And yeah, be the nice background noise. What's a skeleton's favorite musical instrument? The xylobones. Get it? That is such a dad joke that I aspire to have. Okay, I think these rivers are going nice. A funny, like, sino. I feel like that statement just went over my head. My poor goldfish brain could not handle what was just read. You never play Genshin Impact? Never. I've never played one of them. I was not got by the games. They have no power over me. Ah, fair. And thank you for the hydrate. I'm gonna have to actually fill up my water bottle. I had to drink a lot of water today. It's been a hot minute since I've had to refill my water bottle like twice. I saw you have a redeem for Pokemon, so may I ask what's your favorite Pokemon? I think mine is Die Hard would have to be Lucario. Seeing Lucario in a Pokemon movie for the first time when I was a baby, that really chemically made my brain happy. But since they've added so many Pokemon since then, I would have to say Mimikyu is a solid second. And congrats getting second. Solid choice. Mine is Umbreon. I think when I first saw Umbreon, it was in Pokemon Coliseum or Pokemon XD, the one with the where the Pokemon are like got some like shadow aura. On the GameCube, yes, on the GameCube. My sister actually had I think the one with like Dark Lugia on it. I think it was XD. Or DX. I'm not sure. I wish I still had that GameCube. My sister was upset about certain events, and that sister who had gotten that GameCube worked really hard to get it, and my other sister, being a bit of a spoiled brat, took it down a flight of stairs. There was no recovering the damage bits. Yeah, it's XD Gale of Darkness. I remember Coliseum being the first time I saw a Pokemon, and Umbreon was the one I grew attached to. I would say Eevee would also be like a third favorite. Just because like Eevee can turn into many things. Well, technically, if you consider Ditto and Mew being able to transform into almost any Pokemon, they would technically be the next, like, most transformations, I guess. I think. That's my thought process. My top three are Umbreon, Metagross, and I'm gonna say that so wrong. I'm the Eggaslash? Oh god, hold on. Oh god, my headset. It's the sword one from X and Y. How do you pronounce it? Do you think I like it? Hold on. Pull up the power video. Aegislash. That, having the A in front throws me off so bad. Oh boy. Yes. Yeah. Getting the names right. I feel like I'm not like a diehard Pokemon fan. But like, you know, I have some Pokemon cards. I have some Pokemon little merch. But some of the names I'm just like questioning how they come up with some of these names and how to like ever pronounce them. Oh, I could go full nerd mode. I could not. If it was Harvest Moon, I could do it, but not Pokemon. My fiance checks the Pokemon card values. I'm over here like, ooh, shiny, and I want it for the cute coloring. Nice. Okay, well, while I'm gonna lurk and try to try and sleep and have some fun while streaming. Absolutely. You enjoy that lurk. Hopefully you get to sleep, and welcome on in, pal, for joining in. May the sleep fairies bless you with some slumber. Of course, I found you from the Repo collab a while back. Okay, now I lurk. Well, absolutely. Excuse me if anyone heard me burp. That is horrendous. Okay. I think another string could go here. Squiggle that in. Okay, I think I got that river situated. Just make sure. Haven't gotten that yet. Do. So now I do have ads coming up in 50 seconds. So warning for you all. Draw the mountains. So if I, hold on, if I make this more, no, that is way too big. This out so it's a little bit better. I now have more of an idea of where so where's okay, let me generally mountains located. Or geolocation? So they're typically like at the highest point of where plates are. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna use this orange. Actually, we'll do it in this one. That from here is where the one plate is located. Another smaller, like, plate. One there. Then it would flow right there. Check on this. Oh. Actually, we're gonna probably do a different color. So ridges for smaller items. High peaks for larger mountains. They don't look as bad if I zoom out. But being up close, they kind of look... I don't want to say hot garbage, but definitely not looking hot. Now to hand draw the rest of these. There's so many. Oh, well, my Silas has died for the evening, which is kind of sad. But I made quite a bit progress cleaning up the lines. I still need to figure out what I'm doing with the shadow spots of where the dice were. But I'm really liking how the mountains are turning out. They're turning out mighty nicely. Nicely? Nicely. There we go. Check on that. See who is streaming this late, because I have zero idea who is even still awake. Here, let me lower this. Start the raid. You know what? To keep the coziness going, but not the same topic. Skittles Witch is playing Magic the Gathering, and they have a very quiet voice that I really enjoy. Which I think would be perfect to keep the coziness that's going on. So we'll switch it to this screen. Add my raid message. I am back tomorrow with some more Harvest Moon. I kind of want to play Tree of Tranquility, but we'll see how that goes, if the game capture wants to work or not. But yeah, I will be working probably on this off camera, so I don't know if it will be something I'll be still working on by Tuesday, but life has a way of I'm not able to finish some projects, so I'll probably be playing it then again too. And with that, you all have a good evening and good night, or good day, and send the love over. Goodbye!